race fans, to the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series. I am your host, David Hillbilly Hara. In the booth with me, as always, Mr. David Lurfano. David, here we are today, man. Going to be at Kansas Speedway. What do you think's in store for us here tonight?
It's going to be fun, man. Mile and a half, D-shaped oval. You're going to see multiple lines around this track, primarily around the top, but you can get it down on the bottom, middle. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, man, this is the free bumps on Zulu 241. I'm not sure exactly what Zulu was meaning by that, unless he's meaning that this is their chance to bump him for free with no paybacks, or maybe he's going to be providing a few of those bump and runs himself.
Only time will tell, buddy. Time will tell.
Absolutely. Well, listen, this race, again, 241 miles, I believe that is. Pulling up the information now. Yeah, that's going to be 161 laps. 48 laps to the first stage caution. Then we're going to race from there to end of lap 95 to end stage 2. And then we'll finish this thing out on lap 161 here at Kansas Speedway. I'm pretty excited for it, Dave. This place is it's tough. You're going to see guys running right up against the wall. You're going to see some that may try to make those passes down low. But if you get down to the low side to make the pass, you got to quickly get back up to the top here.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely interesting to watch different lines and where the momentum comes from, especially on the later run when the tires wear out. Who can make those runs and where? If you can run the bottom here and find time, I think that's the place to be, because most of these drivers are probably going to be pinned up on the top side of this racetrack.
Well, this is the first race of the round of 12. There will be 3 races in this round, including, I believe, Talladega next week, and then on to the Roval and Charlotte. So it's important to get your points in now. As we look at the top 12 in points, we have Eric Thornton as your leader with Kenneth Pack, last week's winner, in second. Curtis Sauber is third. Fourth is Zulu. Fifth will be Ryan Steinhoff. Sixth is James Nelson. Seventh, Michael Kerjelak. Eighth, Tommy Osborne. Ninth, Michael Boone. 10th, Michael Bovair. 11th, Gregory Robinson. And 12th, James Bowden, rounding out your top 12 that are still in it for a championship, Dave. We're going to eliminate 4 drivers here at the Roval in just a couple of weeks. So better get those stage points and try to stay above that cut line. Currently below the cut line is Michael Boone, Michael Bovair, Smokey Robinson, and James Bowden.
Yeah, and looking at some of the practice times right now, you get Kenneth Pack, who's still in it here for a championship. Fastest on the top of the boards here with James Nelson behind him and Zulu sitting there in third. So some of these faster drivers showing what they get here in practice. We're about a minute and a half away from the start of qualifying.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, just for perspective and for the folks at home, if we take a look here, we'll see if we could pull up, if I could pull up some graphics for you. We take a look here. Okay, so that's your running order we're showing there. I was hoping to show you the times, but Kenneth Pack is almost a tenth and a half to 2/10 quicker than any driver behind him. Now, second through fifth, where Eric Thornton is setting, is only a few hundredths of a second. So Kenneth Pack throwing down a 30.68 to James Nelson, who's in second at a 30.81. That's a pretty big deal there. Now, we don't know when he placed that lap. It could have been that he was getting a good draft off of a large group of cars in front of him or whatever, but nonetheless, these times are pretty close here.
Yeah, times, like you said, are real tight through pretty much the whole field for the most part. So looking forward to qualifying here and see who can put that car at the top.
Yeah, absolutely. Got about 15, 20 seconds left here before qualifying gets underway. I believe it might be coming to an end, the practice session.
Yeah, we got about 10 seconds left here in the practice.
We'll go ahead and jump on with Tyrone Yo, because Tyrone's usually the first one out. So we got to wait for it to finish up and reload here, and then we'll get on board with Tyrone. Tyrone usually doesn't waste any time getting off pit road to start his lap. Cars are beginning to grid up for qualifying here. Got Ryan Steinhoff taking the field, or taking his up-to-speed lap here. That Exalta number 74 machine. It's Curtis Sauburn there in his number 54 Raptor Chevrolet. I know, it's strange, but I'm liking it. Smokey Robinson in the number 3 Chevrolet. Again, below that, or I believe just above that cut line for Smokey. And the man of the evening here, Zoltan Nagy Zulu. And then number 98, pink and black, Toyota Camry. James Nelson in the number 75 AutoServe machine. Now, folks, for the folks at home, we are showing you the cars, but they're actually not on track together at the moment, so there's no draft playing into it or anything here. This is single car qualifying.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan Steinhoff kind of smacked the wall off of 4 for his first lap. Not sure if that'll count or not.
Curtis Auburn jumps to the top of the board with a 31.26, first car to take a time, so I don't believe that first lap counted. 31.57 for Robinson. 32.18 for Kerjalak. Zulu times in with a 31.69 to Nelson's 31.64. Sauburn laid down a smoking first lap. Ryan Steinhoff's second lap comes in at a 31.36. Let's see what Sauburn, if he picks up any. He does not. He'll time in at 31.26. Got the good out of it on the first lap there. Kenneth Pack jumps up, was fastest in practice, jumps up to a 31.38 on his first lap. Oh, lost Jim Hubble. Travis Rodriguez jumping up to P2 on his first lap with a 31.33. Good time, a good time for that number 7 Ford of Rodriguez. Rodriguez not in the playoff. 31.12 for Kenneth Pack, showing why he was so fast in practice, why he was so fast in a thrilling finish last week at Bristol. Won that thing coming out of turn 4, I believe, back to the line. So very good win for him last week, but looks like it was fastest in practice and so far fastest on times here in qualifying. Eric Thornton, neither of his laps counted. I believe he just ejected from that.
Yeah, I was watching Travis Rodriguez as well. He kind of got loose off a 2 on his second lap, so he abandoned that. So he's going to stick with lap 1 of his qualifying. So it looks like everybody is pretty much qualified here.
Yeah, Tommy Osborne and James Bowden usually do not qualify. Tyrone Yo elected not to qualify, which I was talking about how he's usually the first one out. But still got about a minute and a half here left in qualifying. If anyone decided to try to get out there and run a lap, they could probably get 1 lap in. One fast repair here tonight, folks, with 5 sets of tires and 60% fuel. You can get about, they're saying it's somewhere around 35 laps, Dave, on a fuel run. So we'll just have to see how the strategy plays out tonight, with the first stage being 48 laps. That second stage being just a little bit shorter, at like 46 laps. But by the time they caution, it'll be like 44. So it'll be really interesting to see how they decide, what the drivers decide to do here. If they split this in half and maybe run 24 laps and change tires, or if some of the drivers try to just do fuel only, run it long, do fuel only. We'll have to see what they're feeling tonight.
Yeah, and typically this group, run a lot of green flag laps, especially early on. So it'll be interesting if they got to make green flag stops, how that all shakes out.
Once the cars take the grid here, folks, I'll give you a full grid rundown of where your favorite drivers will be starting here tonight in tonight's race. Looks like we have 16 drivers in the field for tonight, so it'll be a decent field, not too bad. Again, we're in playoffs. Sometimes it tends to thin out in sim racing around those times. As we see the drivers starting to grid up now, we'll take a look at our qualifying results. On the pole position for tonight, Kenneth Pack in that number 16 Chevrolet. Curtis Sauber will start in the second position to his outside. Travis Rodriguez starts in third with Ryan Steinhoff to his outside. James Nelson and Jim Hubble make up row 3, with Michael Bovair and Gregory Robinson rounding out the top 8. Zulu will start in the 9th position with Nathan Christensen to his outside in 10th. 11th will be Michael Kerjelak with Tyler Nelson to his outside. Eric Thornton starts in the 13th position, your points leader, with James Bowden to the outside. Tommy Osborne and Tyrone Yo will start at the tail of the field, row 8. This is the SimWorld Racing Network. You're watching the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series, the free bumps on Zulu 241 here at Kansas.
The field is rolling off of pit road. They're going to get one time around here. Be taking the green, and we'll get this thing underway.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to jump back here to Zulu. Big shout out to Zulu sponsoring tonight's race, making it where we can bring this to you here live. You can watch your favorite drivers as they battle for a championship here late in the going. I mean, this season is winding down quickly. Here we are, first race of the round of 12. For the folks at home, the cars that have a green banner, let me try to give you a different view of the cars here. The green banner across the windshield, and there's also a green spoiler on the cars that are in the playoffs. So that'll help you at home be able to keep an eye on what drivers are in the playoffs for tonight's race.
My pace car is off. Kenneth Pack leading them into the Geico restart zone. Green is out.
They fire off the outside road. Gets a little backed up there. Curtis Sovereign did not get going. 16 is going to pull out to a big lead as they head down into 1. Travis Rodriguez is going to take over that second spot away from the 54 of Sovereign. Yeah, it's almost like that, like the flag man caught the 54 sleeping.
Yeah, already these guys are up in the high lane. I saw Travis Rodriguez kind of scrape the wall through 3 and 4. Rodriguez now looking to the inside of Kenneth Pack to try to grab that first position away. Can't quite make it happen. A little bit more momentum on the high side right now for the 16.
As you can follow along with the track map, you can kind of see the car numbers on the track map there. Maybe a little bit small on your mobile device if you're watching it on a mobile, but it's there for you nonetheless. Your leader is the 16 of Kenneth Pack. With one car going a lap down early on, that's Tyrone Yo. Not sure what happened with Tyrone.
Looks like Tyrone came out of the pits. Not sure if he missed the start or what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not showing Tyrone's had a time yet, scored lap. So he must have...
Curtis Sovereign able to get around the 7 of Travis Rodriguez, move Sovereign to second.
Yep, reclaiming that second position is the 54.
Steinhoff also able to get around the 7 of Rodriguez.
Rodriguez going to try to cross him over here down the backstretch and into 3.
Yeah, I think that momentum for Steinhoff on the outside is going to pay off here as they come down through the front stretch. Ooh, Kenneth Pack kind of smacks the wall there in the middle, 1 and 2.
Still holding on to the lead as they head down the backstretch. Oh, that camera gets a good shake as the cars fly by. Kenneth's backpack now under fire from Curtis Sauber in that 54. Couple of three Chevrolets at the front of this field here.
And it's Ryan Steinhoff, another Chevrolet, trying to creep in on these two front runners.
We are showing Tyrone Yo scored as 1 lap down. Oh, as the 16's in the wall. 54 is going to get by. 74 is going to get by. 7 is going to go by.
Yeah, they ganged up on him real quick. Zulu now taking a peek to the inside of 16 as well. Going to fall back in line behind the 16.
Trouble for our pole sitter and leader up to this point. Smacks the wall again. Yikes.
That's going to give the lead to Curtis Sovereign and that number 54. Now Rodriguez looking for a way around Ryan Steinhoff. He's going to take a peek to the inside off of turn number 2.
He's got a little momentum heading down the backstretch here as they head off into 3.
Yeah, it looked like Steinhoff struggled a little bit on the entry. That's going to give that position over to Travis Rodriguez.
Rodrigo, woo! Steinhoff into the wall. Everyone getting acquainted with the wall as Zulu now looking to the inside of the 16 to try to take the 4th spot away. Hard to get it done on the bottom side here. You almost have to get them cleared and slip up in front, as we were saying earlier. So it takes several laps usually to set a driver up here at Kansas to make a pass.
Yeah, Zulu's thinking to himself, hey, I sponsored this race. I want to go win this thing.
That's right.
He's definitely trying to find a way to get to the front.
Well, I can tell you these guys are not going to make it easy on him, but if there's a driver that can do it, Zulu can get it done. Curtis Auburn now pulled out 0.6 of a second over Travis Rodriguez. And then it's like 4 cars under a blanket back here. Oh, it's not 98 is up and into the wall just a little.
Kenneth Pack now trying to take a peek. Ooh, Steinhoff in the wall. That's going to allow the 16 to get a good run here.
Yeah, that's been the name of the game here early on is, take advantage of other drivers' mistakes. So we have the 75 and the 19 of Kerjalak racing door-to-door down the backstretch and off into 3.
Yeah, Kerjalak, one of those drivers that typically is better on the long run, just like the 16 of Kenneth Pack. So no surprise to see Kerjalak kind of trying to sneak his way to the front here as we're working lap 12 of stage number 1.
Zulu looking to the inside of Ryan Steinhoff. Door-to-door, Steinhoff kind of touches the wall just a little bit, but still able to carry momentum on exit as they door-to-door down the backstretch. Momentum is with the 74.
Watching a lot of drivers kind of smack the wall in the center of these corners. Thornton's done it a couple times here. So, yeah, they're really pushing the limits here on that high line.
Yeah, let's jump on board with the 75 auto serve machine here and try to take a look and see what the driver's hands are doing inside this car. For him, it's nice and smooth. Doesn't seem to be out of shape there through 1 and 2. We'll see what happens here in 3 and 4. Oh, had to check up just a bit. Incorrect. So he's now looking to the inside of Ryan Steinhoff to take over the 4th position.
Yeah, while he takes over 4th, Kenneth Pack able to get around Travis Rodriguez, move him back to the 2nd position. So good recovery here for the 16 after he put it in the wall there a few laps ago.
Yeah, I think Kenneth was just trying to slim that car down a little bit, take a little bit of the width out of it, a little less air flowing across the car, therefore faster, right, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, this the start of this race, you got to kind of figure out where that wall is, right? You got to test the limits, figure out where it is, and I think they all know by now.
Yeah, those are driver-induced modifications you can do to your car while on track. You just have to use the wall to do it and hope you don't break a toe link. Your leader is Curtis Sauber, followed by Kenneth Pack, Travis Rodriguez, James Nelson, and Ryan Steinhoff, your top 5.
Yeah, last time by, too, Kenneth Pack was about a 10th quicker than Curtis Sauber, and we'll check it at the line here. See who's got the faster lap time.
Yeah,
just a tick quicker.
Yeah, Pack just a little bit quicker there, as we see a few hundredths. A few hundredths over several laps makes a difference. Couldn't tell. It looked like Curtis may have touched the wall there on the exit of 4, but yeah, this time by, Pack a little bit quicker and Rodriguez quicker as well, just by not much. I mean, these guys, the lap times, as you can see, folks, are very, very close here tonight. The battling going on back here for the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th position. Oh, Zulu's into the wall. 19 looking to his inside. And doing some driver modifications to that 98 as well. You got the 2 of Tyrone Yo. Now he's a lap down, just battling up here to stay the first car 1 lap down. Zulu looks to the inside of the 19. Has Kerjalak cleared. Don't know if he's going to slip on up there or not. And he does on exit. Zulu now looking to the outside of the 75.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened to Nelson there. He kind of backed everything up there for a minute, but it looks like he's got it going back in the right direction. Looks like Zulu able to clear the 75 on the entry to 3.
Ooh, Zulu into the wall again, but not slowing him down any. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the free bumps on Zulu 241 here from Kansas Speedway. This is the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series. First race of the round of 12 in the playoffs.
I will say they're bumping the wall an awful lot here tonight so far. I think that's going to be a trend all night long.
Yeah, Dave, I wanted to take a look here real quick. Let's see if I can find some weather conditions. See what the track temps.
Zulu in the wall again. Bunch of cars going to go by him here. Going to lose a spot or 2.
Yeah, the ambient temperature is like 93 degrees out there, Dave, but track temp's only 98, so it's not too bad. I think that a little bit of cloud cover, when the sun peeks out, it's going to heat up. But while the clouds are covering the sun there, it's keeping it cooled off. It just dropped to 97 there.
The battle heating up for that lead once again. Kenneth Pack is able to close back in on the 54. Yellow is out. Not sure what happened here.
Oh, the 51.
Tyrone Yo.
No, okay, I saw Hubble slow. And was Yo in trouble? Yes, Yo has had an issue. We'll see if we can find a replay of that. Oh, having a hard time getting that thing. He had to tow. Unfortunate for Tyrone. Looks like he broke a toe link there. We'll go back and see if we can find out what happened with Ty here. I don't know what he was doing down there.
Looks like Tyrone, yeah, he was down on the apron, tried to come back on the track, but Kerjalak was there.
We're gonna see why he went down there. I don't know. Maybe his VR, because he runs VR. I wonder if that. We'll back it up just a little bit. Oh no, he bounces off of the 19, so he's down on the apron coming through the corner. When he comes back up, the 19 is there. He makes contact with the 19, gets the 19 out of shape. Second contact puts Yo down on the bottom. Yo staying in the throttle, comes back up and collects the 19 again. The 88 gets involved. Ay, ay, ay. As we have pit stops starting, folks, we'll go back live. See what these drivers decide to do, what they elect to do on pit lane. As we see everybody coming down.
Yeah, we'll see who takes tires, who does not. Some of these drivers may be looking to save a set of tires here with only 5 sets available. Looks like the right sides are up on most of these cars.
Yeah, I did not see tires.
Like
I did not see tires go on Pack's car.
I did not see tires on Pack or Nelson or Zulu.
Yeah, first driver off with tires is Ryan Steinhoff. Nathan Christensen jumps 5 spots to 5th position with his either no tires or 2 tires. Not sure exactly what he elected to do there.
I'm going to go back and see what I can see.
And then we have Curtis Auburn. I saw him take tires. Rodriguez took tires. Kerjelak, Thornton, Bowden, Osborne, Nelson, Robinson.
Okay, so Zulu took right sides. I see the right sides up on that car.
Okay.
Nathan Christensen looks like fuel only. I can confirm Zulu took rights.
We've seen Zulu do this before on 2 tire stops. The only problem with 2 tire stops in the sim is I believe it burns your full set. I don't think you can just take left only later, can you?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, you really? Okay.
I just don't see that lefts are going to be that beneficial later in the race.
I don't either. I was just wondering, you know, if you even had that ability in the sim. But it definitely helps to gain valuable track position as we're on lap 25, going to race it to lap 48 here before the scheduled caution flag.
Yeah, so it looks like the top 3, well, Kenneth Pack, James Nelson on fuel only. Zulu sitting there in thirds on right sides only. Looks like everyone else, besides Nathan Christensen, is on 4 tires. So I guess we'll see how right side tires do here for Zulu, if he can hold on or not. Working lap 25.
They're coming into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is in the air. Great jump by the 16, pulling back out to that lead.
Yeah, here comes Ryan Steinhoff on the 4 fresh tires.
I mean, based on lap times, I think it's going to be very helpful.
Ooh, Zulu getting loose with those 2 tires, I believe. Real big wiggle in the middle of 4.
The 74 of Steinhoff is tracking down your leader. Those 4 fresh tires putting them to good use here early on. See, now looks to the inside of the 16 of Pack. Makes easy work of the 16.
These four tires are no contest here.
Yeah, make you feel like a rock star on 4 tires. Next car on 4 tires is this 54.
Yeah, James Nelson in the wall, stacking everyone up. Keeps it straight. 3 wide off a 4. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that got a little iffy there. I was watching the 54 try to make room for the 16 and the 19.
Yeah, Zulu holding strong there with the right side tires, running second there behind Steinhoff.
Yeah, doing really well with the 2 tire stop. Matter of fact, starting to challenge the 74 now. He should carry a lot of momentum off the corner here. 74 and 98, 1, 2. Oh, as the 54 gets a good run. 98 had to check up a little bit to keep from hitting the 74 there. And that gave Curtis an opportunity to get to his inside. In that yellow number 54 car.
And 19 of Kerjalak up in that 4th position after being caught up in that wreck there with the 2 of Tyrone Yo.
Yeah, rebounded nicely after tangling with Yo. I'm sure he wasn't real happy with Yo coming back on track there. I mean, the first part of the incident was, it was a racing incident, trying to blend back onto the track. Because we use that tri-oval, folks. We go down below the white line. There's no rule saying you can't, and many, many drivers do it. It's just that when you blend, you got to make sure that other driver realizes you're there and blending. And they made a little contact, but I think it was the contact in turn 1 and 2 that was really the problematic. Once he was down there, he kind of needed to bring that car to a stop rather than back up on the track.
Yeah, but this battle for the lead is really heated up. You got 5 cars here all under a blanket.
Yeah, it's Curtis Sauber. Curtis Sauber regained the lead on his 4 tires. So now he in the 74 looking back to his inside. Both drivers with 4 tires here. 4 freshies, as we say. Stage points on the line. More importantly, stage wins on the line. But you want to get these stage points to help you cruise on through this round of the playoffs, because there's no telling what's going to happen next week at Talladega. And then you've got the Roval, which I don't even want to talk about the Roval and the implications there. Tyler Nelson in trouble. Okay, maybe not. It was weird the way it was showing him on my display. I thought he was having some trouble there, but he's all right. Didn't mean to scare the folks at home.
Yeah, so just for reference here, the 2 cars, Kenneth Pack, James Nelson, who started on the front row for this restart, have fallen all the way to 13th and 14th.
Well, and let's not forget Nathan Christensen, who was fuel only there. So he started 5th. So yeah, you're
not gonna pan out very well for them looking for stage points here.
No, it's really not. I mean, you've got 14 laps now till the stage break. It's only gonna get worse. As there's a battle for the 2nd position here.
A little bit of contact with the 98 and the 74 on corner entry. Looks like they were both fighting for the same piece of real estate.
Got Tommy Osborne here and the 3 of Smokey Robinson battling door to door. This would be for the 6th position here. Now looking at the 5th position where the 74 currently resides. Travis Rodriguez not in the playoffs here. Just shows up to race occasionally with these guys. He's a regular in the All-American Racing League. Oh, is there 3 wide down through the tri-oval? I don't know. Is this the tri-oval? That's what we're going to call it. Down on the apron of the front stretch.
Yeah, Curtis Auburn continues to lead, but that time by, Kerjalak was about 2/10 quicker than your leader. Kind of the same thing we saw in the first part of that run where Curtis kind of took off and then everyone started kind of gaining on him. We've got about 10 laps to go in stage number 1.
Yeah, that's right, David. It'll be 10 to go next time by. As we will throw the caution flag at the end of lap 48. Top 10 cars will score bonus points for the race. Again, as we've mentioned, very valuable when you're looking at playoff points that look like this. Yeah, I mean, so Eric Thornton's in pretty good shape. You know, he has some 53 points. He had a lot of wins, a lot of stage wins throughout the season, so he's in pretty good shape. But if you look back here along the cut line from 9th on back, 8th on back where Tommy Osborne currently is, these guys are tied currently at 3,000 points. So every bonus point's going to matter. It's going to move that cut line around as we're going to eliminate 9th through 12th at the end of the Roval in a couple of weeks. Zulu now looking to get to the inside, of the 19 of Kerjelak. Trying to take over that second spot on those 2 tires. Kerjelak took 4 on the stop. Zulu taking 2. Couldn't quite get it done there on the exit, but impressive run nonetheless.
Yeah, really impressed with Zulu here, taking the 2 tires, being able to keep pace with the 4. I think those tires have equaled out now. He's trying to get all he can here before the end of stage 1.
Yeah, our points leader, Eric Thornton, he just got into the wall as I got to him, but he's really come through the field nicely. He's up 9 positions, biggest mover of the race right now. Well, he and Michael Kerjelak share that 9-position move through the field. But yeah, got himself in position now to gain some points. Or more points. Curtis Sauber out to about a 1.5-second lead over Michael Kerjelak in second. Zulu in third. Yeah, still no movement from Kenneth Pack. These guys from about 12th here at Jim Hubble on back have kind of lost the rest of the field by a good bit. Now, keep in mind, the guys who didn't take tires, they're going to have an extra set to deal with if there's late cautions in this race, or, if they could take advantage of them during stage 2, possibly. If, the cautions fall just right, you can use that to your advantage. Zulu now to the inside of the 19. He looks like he's going to get him clear. Does he get up in front of him? He does. That puts the 88 of Thornton right to the back of the 19. Now looking to the outside of the 19. Followed by Rodriguez. 19 carrying a lot of momentum down through the tri-oval portion of the track. Going to get back around the 98 for the momentarily. Now the momentum should carry the 98 back by, and it does. 88 tries to get to his outside, to the outside of the 19. Oh, the 7 gets down there and gives the 19 a good shove. He gives him one of Zulu's free bumps there.
I thought Rodriguez was going to try to take it 3 wide, but he thought better of it in that situation.
Hey, I'm here for it, Dave. I'm here for it. Let's do it. Let's put him 5 wide.
Ooh, the 19 of Kerjelak gets a little free. He had to check up.
Yeah, that's going to cost him several positions here. He's now fallen back into the 6th position here late in the run with 4 laps to go, coming to 3 to go in the stage. But no one has anything for Curtis Sauber, your current leader here, lap 45 of 161 here in the free bumps on Zulu 241 at Kansas Speedway. This is the SimWorld Racing Network. We appreciate you watching. If you're watching, and be sure and drop us a comment in the comment section. I'll have Dave will be looking at that for us, won't you, Dave? And let us know who you're rooting for here tonight. Be sure and smash that thumbs up button, as it really helps a small channel like this get out to more and more people who might like this type of content. Some good racing with the Quick Finishers Racing League. Oh, as the 19 gets loose and almost gets into the back of the 17, or rear quarter of the 7 car.
Curtis Sauber enjoying a 2-second lead over the 98 of Zulu, followed by Eric Thornton in the 88.
A couple of guys currently below the cut line, Michael Bovair and James Bowden, currently And Tyler Nelson. Tyler Nelson's ninth, so it looks like if he can make it to the end of this lap or on the final lap of the stage here, he could gain some valuable stage points here, a couple of them, and James Bowden would be the last driver currently to gain a stage point here in the first stage. Gregory Robinson, who's also down there close to that cut line, going to gain some valuable points, and Tommy Osborne as well. So this really hurt James Nelson and Kenneth Pack and Nathan Christensen, as it looks like they're not going to be able to score any points here in the stage, as we should be seeing the caution flag. And there it is, folks. Curtis Sauber is your Stage 1 winner. He'll carry an additional stage point throughout the playoffs now from here all the way up until the Final Four, providing he makes it through this round. Looks good for him so far. This is the Kansas Speedway. I believe it's in Topeka, Kansas. I'm probably making that up.
I'm not sure.
I think I'm making that up, but that's what we're going to go with. And as I pull it up on screen here, it looks like it's in Kansas City, so I had that one completely wrong. I knew I could correct myself eventually. All right. I imagine we're going to see some pit stops taking place. I think
four tires and fuel.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter if you took tires last time or not. You're taking tires this time. I can't imagine anyone not taking tires here, because the next break is going to be lap 95 unless there's a caution for incident. But, great job by the 98. I'm hoping the 88 didn't just cause him to speed there, because the 88 hit the back of the 98. It shot his car forward. But good job by Zulu on 2 tires to hold on into second position there.
Yeah, absolutely. Wasn't sure how that was going to work out for him, but it worked out just fine.
Yeah, left sides must not have been wearing very bad, and the right sides, just changing them worked out. So we see right side's up, now down on the 54 machine. Left side's going up now. And, Zulu's going to win the race off pit road with his 4-tire stop.
That was a great stop there for Zulu.
Yeah, that was all in and out of the box, Dave.
Pit lane time.
Yeah.
He beat Curtis by 0.6 of a second.
Yeah, his pit stop was even a little bit slower, a few hundredths slower. And he still managed, that was the pit crew. He managed to do a great job getting down pit road, right there at the speed limit, maybe a mile an hour over, but without speeding. And that made all the difference there to take the lead. Now he's in control of the restart.
Yeah, that's going to be huge for Zulu. Control the restart, clean air, I think is going to help him a ton.
And fresh tires, because they all have fresh tires now.
Yeah.
Except for Jim Hubble. Jim Hubble may have done right side only. Can you check on that, Dave?
Let me see if I can take a look.
He's the only one in the 10-second bracket, and that's too fast of a pit stop for 4 tires, I believe. Tommy Osborne is back down pit road. Not sure what's going on with the one car. Came back in, maybe got some more damage repaired. Not really sure. But that's going to put him restarting at the back of the field. He had a fast car, so he should be able to climb his way back up through there.
I'm not seeing any tires on Jim Hubble as of yet. Let's see what he does.
He's going to be awfully slow here if he has no tires on that thing.
Yeah, I did not see right or left sides up on Jim Hubble, so it looks like fuel only.
Yeah, that's and it must have got some damage repaired, because that's almost 11-second pit stop. Yeah, we're gonna see. I imagine we'll see him drop like a rock here, as pace car is off. Get this thing going once again. Zulu is the control car inside the Geico restart zone. He's entering now. Hard on the gas, gets a pretty decent jump here. Going to pull away from that outside lane. Bringing Travis Rodriguez on the inside with him. Battles on for second. 54.
Zulu a little bit slow off of turn number 2. That's going to bring everyone to him.
Yeah, the 54 came with a hard run through the center as well. Three wide for the lead. Oh, no. Oh, wow. How did they save that?
Great save there for the 98.
Yeah, absolutely. As the 54 got up into him a little bit. And that's a new leader, Travis Rodriguez. Eric Thornton now in second. That's what these guys did not want to see, is Eric Thornton up there in second. I'll be honest with you. He's won a lot of races here this season. Not sure on that total, but it's quite a few. He had an opportunity to win quite a few more and had some computer issues and other throws. The 7's really loose off of 4. That's going to turn the lead over to the 88 of Thornton. Good save by the 7 not to just wad that thing up or take it down through the lawn there, cutting some grass in his number 7 sexy Pepsi car. I don't think it's Pepsi.
Looks like everybody a little free here at the start of this run on the fresh tires.
Yeah, got to get some heat in that new rubber there before you start laying them down too fast. And I think that's why we've seen comers and goers all night long thus far here in the first 56 laps, is that, you know, you kind of have to fire off. If you fire off too hard, which I believe we saw the 54 do on the last run, and maybe the first run as well. If you fire off too hard, then you get the good out of your tires early, and it just dogs them later in the run. But if you can protect those tires for the first few laps, it seems to really pay dividends later in the run. And I'm probably making that up too, because I'm no good at Kansas either.
Well, you know, Kansas is one of those places I never cared for, but I typically run okay here, so I'm starting to learn to like the place somewhat, I guess. Right now, Eric Thornton's enjoying the fresh, clean air out in front.
Yeah, Dave, I mean, you finished on the podium here a few weeks ago in the All-American Racing League on Tuesday nights. You got that third-place finish. So, yeah, for somebody who doesn't like the track, you definitely you won the first stage. So you pretty well got it done there. Fastest car on the track right now is Curtis Auburn in second place. Or at least the last time by, he was the fastest car on the track. Oh, as you see Zulu into the wall there a little bit, able to keep it going in the right direction. Evidently not completely happy with the modifications he made earlier to that car. So flattening it out just a little bit more. Again, reducing drag. As this is for the 4th, 5th, and 6th position here. 98, the 19, and the 75, all playoff drivers. Now the 16's into the mix. Another playoff driver. 100 laps to go in this race, folks. '75's going to take him 3 wide. He's on the inside of the 19. 98 to the outside lane. 19 backs out of it. 75 put them in a very, very rough predicament there.
Yeah, I've been kind of watching these guys, Kenneth Pack and the 75 and Nelson, to see how they rebound here from not taking tires in stage 1. It looks like they're slowly kind of working their way up through the field.
Nelson now catching the back of the third place driver, Rodriguez. Going to try to take over that third spot. We'll see if the aggressive play pays off. I mean, I don't know. It just depends on how much green flag racing you have here, whether or not he's going to abuse those tires too much. As we have seen tires be an issue. For lap time, folks, not necessarily blowing or anything of that nature, but for lap time, it's definitely... Oh, as the 7 is into the wall. 75 now looking to his inside, going to make that pass, clears the 7 for the third position. It's going to bring the 19 of Kerjelak to the inside of the 7. He's going to clear the 7. Travis Rodriguez falling like a rock here. About midway through this run. Or not quite midway through this run.
Yeah, so the end of this stage number 2, will come at the end of lap 95. So we're working lap 65 right now.
Yeah, we're 15 laps into this run. We got another 30 to go. So, I mean, do you run it another 5 or 10 laps, Dave, and bring it in? Try to short pit some of these guys?
I think you'll probably see some strategy here. Maybe some of these guys, you know, even from like Kenneth Pack back, it might be worth taking a shot at it.
I mean, if you can get tires and get at least, you know, 2 laps, maybe 3 laps on your fresh tires over the competition, you're going to gain quite a bit of time on them. As the times have already fallen off, you know, 6/8 of a second since they started this green flag run. Eric Thornton is your leader, followed by Curtis Auburn, James Nelson, Michael Kerjelak, and Travis Rodriguez. This is the free bumps on Zulu 241 at Kansas. You're watching it right here on the SimWorld Racing Network. Every Friday night, you'll catch the Quick Finishers Racing League. I say every, but, you know, we missed last week, but I wanted to go ahead and mention that, you know, we took the week off last week as, you know, several of our drivers were affected by the storm, by, I believe, Helene or whatever it was. Here in the Carolinas and in Georgia, were affected by the storm, and we thought it was best. Tyler Nelson's had an issue, caution is out. Thought it was best to go ahead and postpone the race there, and you know, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone affected. We know there's still a lot of major issues here in Western North Carolina, and I believe parts of Georgia and Florida, maybe even some in Virginia as well. So let's go back and see what happened to Tyler Nelson that brought out this latest yellow here on lap 69. Oh, yeah. Wow. Way to keep it out of the wall, young man. He, oh, or does he? Oh, way to keep it out of the... Yikes. No damage to... Oh, wait a minute. That's... Let's go ahead and look at this again, folks. I think I'm going to need to back it up just a little bit from where I initially replay. Right there. He came off of that wall. So he hits the wall here really hard right at the exit of the safer barrier there, and it sent his car for a ride. And I believe he might have either flattened that right front or broke the right front toe. Eric Thornton's down pit road. Curtis Auburn. Yeah, it looks like he's got a broken right front toe there. But let's go live, check out the pit stops, see what we got happening here as our leaders are coming down.
Yeah, we'll see if there's any strategy here on tires.
I'm taking 4 tires, Dave, especially if I didn't take any that first time, you know? If I was one of those guys like Nathan Christensen, 88 slides through his box, that's going to hurt him. Right sides are up on the 88.
Yeah, looks like...
Yep, 4 tires for the 88.
Curtis Auburn, fuel only for Curtis Auburn.
I don't like that move. I just don't like it.
I think we saw how it worked out. I would say these drivers are trying to save a set of tires here. If you took one in stage number 1, I think you're trying to save a set here in stage number 2.
Yeah, maybe so. Robinson. So
Yeah,
we have Sauber, Robinson, Steinhoff. Zulu may have taken right sides again. Not sure. He's a 10-second pit stop. Bovair, though none of those guys, the top 5, took 4 tires. None of them. And then from 6th on back, starting with Eric Thornton, you have 4 tires for everyone else through the field here. With 25 laps to go, coming to 24 to go here in the stage. This being stage 2.
yeah. It looks like Zulu was 2 tires. I don't know. I personally don't like the 2 tire here in the middle of the stages. I think if you get a late race caution, all you're going to have left is a couple sets of lefts, which I don't think does a whole lot of good. So I'm not too sure on that. I mean, it works out for him here. I think he can hold on and get some stage points. But if we get a late race caution here with, say 10, 15, 20 to go,
Well,
I think he'll be in trouble.
Dave, as I learned throughout this season in the All-American Racing League, these stage points are much more valuable than the finishes, unless you're going to win the race.
Oh yeah, they definitely are, I believe. So I think it works out. We'll see how a bunch of these drivers here back to the 5th position took fuel only. They're going to get gobbled up here on this start. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Stage points mean a lot here, especially in the playoffs. So if you can grab those points early in these stages, it kind of lessens that blow if you have a bad finish overall.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on this 88 and this 19. They're going to be coming on 4 tires. We've got Zulu on 2 tires, which I believe, as we saw before, was still quite a big advantage for him over guys with no tires. So pace car is off. We're going to get it going here again. Curtis Sauber is your control car. As Curtis fires off in the Geico restart zone. Gets pulled away there. 74 is going to try to get through with him, the inside of Robinson.
As they're going to be 3 wide through 1 and 2. Thornton in the middle trying to make work of those 4 fresh tires.
Had to back out of it just a little bit there. Now the outside 75's to... Oh, what happened?
Not sure. I'm not seeing...
Did Rodriguez have an issue?
I don't see anything.
Gonna see what Rodriguez had a problem. We're going to have to see what happened there.
Yeah, he is slow on the track. Yeah, Rodriguez went for a spin here. Looks like he just gets loose off of turn 2, and yeah, he just loses it. Everyone able to avoid.
And just nosed it into the wall there. Enough to bring out the caution flag, unfortunately. Unfortunate for Rodriguez. But this is good for those guys who didn't take tires. They're clicking laps down under the caution flag, not giving the guys with fresh tires a chance to really use them. And for Eric Thornton, he didn't gain any spots on that restart. He sure did try, and he was smart enough not to push the issue there, or maybe would have been part of the incident or an incident. But your leader is Curtis Auburn, playing around with the pace car there a little bit. And for Curtis Auburn, if you watch this at home, buddy, that happens to everybody that drives a Chevrolet. We all want to push the slower Mustangs out of the way. Okay, that was a little bias out of this guy. Travis Rodriguez has entered the pits here. It's going to come down. Oh, no. Oh, well, nope. I don't know if he's here or not. Maybe having some connectivity issues, too. Kind of strange the way he's bouncing around there, but thought he was in getting some damage repaired possibly. Yes, he was, and is now pulling off. And folks, the Chevrolet joke, the Ford joke, that's because Curtis Auburn has driven everything but a Chevrolet until he finally decided to race one a few weeks back, and he's had success ever since. Ever since he hopped in a Chevrolet, he's had success, so he's sticking with it.
I mean, let's be honest. If he was in a Toyota, his lead would be bigger.
He tried that once before and it didn't work out. That's why he switched over. And you can see the pit stop count for the top 7 is 3 stops. Oh, don't want to do that one. Last pit lap was lap 69 there, just 6 laps ago. Going to get this thing going here again. Going to run it out another 20 laps. Be 19 at the line. And then we'll have a caution flag for the end of stage 2. After that, we will run it to lap 161 to find out who's going to be the winner and who may make it through to the next round. I mean, if one of these playoff drivers wins the race, that will lock them into the round of 8. As the pace car is off. Sauber fires off. 2nd gear, 3rd gear. Now 4th gear. 164 miles an hour heading off into turn 1.
Yeah, good jump for Curtis Auburn, which is what he needed. Without those fresh tires, we'll see if they can get a little bit of a run here. Like I said, the first car on 4 fresh tires is the 88 of Eric Thornton.
Yeah, we're going to see Thornton, I think, once he can clear a little bit of traffic, should see him start to... But now he's dealing with other cars on 4 fresh tires, including the 16 of Kenneth Pack.
Yeah, still 3 wide into turn number 1.
Oh, 48 bounces off the wall, still 3 wide. 75's back there like he doesn't know where to go as the 48's into the wall again. 3 wide once again. Different players, same amount of cars. Now we've kind of settled it down to 2 wide. At 160, 170, 180 mile an hour. These guys are crazy.
Cars in the wall everywhere back here. Looks like they're staying green. Saw Bowden kind of smack the wall pretty good. Kenneth Pack going for the lead here. Off of turn number 2.
Yes, stormed through the field on those fresh tires and is now your leader. Your pole sitter is back out front where he started this race here. We are lap 78 of 161. They missed out on stage points in the last stage, Dave, the 75 and the 16. Both missed out on those stage points trying to capitalize on stage 2. Michael Kerjelak come right along with him. Eric Thornton. Yeah, those fresh tires are rising to the front of the field. Battle for second is Michael Kerjelak now to the inside of the 75 Auto Serve machine of James Nelson. Auto Serve. Get your vehicle serviced at Auto Serve. If you're in the Charlestown, West Virginia area, stop on in and get that car serviced. You know you need it done. Get it done. Treat your car right. Do it at Auto Serve. They've settled out that position for now. James Nelson holding on to the second position. Now, Michael Kerjelak's wanting it. Can he get him clear? Can't quite do it yet. Momentum will be with the 75 on exit and down the backstretch.
Yellow is out.
Oh no!
Not sure.
Tyler Nelson.
Nelson.
Tyler Nelson had an issue. He did a good job of keeping that car, well, we thought, and then I saw the damage to the front of it, but on the last caution, he had an issue there. Oh, not sure. My replay has a bit of stutter in it there.
Oh, yeah, he does. He's having some internet issues.
So I know that they've been having some problems at the Nelson household with his machine, keeping a connection. I believe it's graphics card connection, to be honest. The connection to the motherboard, and when that breaks, that's problems. So I know they had it propped up or held in with bubble gum or something. Your leader is Kenneth Pack, followed by James Nelson, Michael Kurjalak, Eric Thurton, Curtis Sauber in your top 5. 6th is Zoltan Nagy Zulu. Travis Chuckles Rodriguez is 7th, with Ryan Steinhoff in 8th, Tommy Osborne 9th, and Gregory Robinson rounding out your top 10. Gonna be about maybe a 10-lap shootout here, Dave, to the end of stage 2.
Yeah, I think by the time we get back here, it'll be about 10, 11 laps to go in stage number 2.
Well, I'm gonna step away here for a quick minute, Dave. I'll leave you with our leaders, with Kenneth Pack and James Nelson here, and I'll be right back with you.
All right, the lights are out on the pace car. Kenneth Pack going to lead him down here to the green flag. James Nelson to his outside.
All right, as I didn't miss a thing, made it back just in time. I had to get a little bit of liquid to wet my whistle. All this talking I'm doing, the pace car is off. Kenneth Pack will be the control car here in the Geico Restart Zone. Fires off. Good jump for the 16. So the battle now is for second position between the 19 and the 75. 19's going to clear the 75 to hold on to that second position, maybe even try to battle for the lead here. Falls in line behind the 16 for now. '19 elected to stay on that low line, did not stay in line behind the 16. Now the 75 is going to challenge back to the outside, carrying that momentum here at Kansas. Very, very important. We can see right there. So we see Zulu now challenging the 7 of Rodriguez for the 5th position. It's going to move Zulu up to 5th if he can complete this pass, and does. Oh no, drove it in a little bit deep there and had to woe it up. 7 was able to carry that momentum on exit down through the tri-oval.
Yeah, still side by side for position number 2. Kerjelak still trying to make that bottom line work. Gonna have to give it up here to the 75 down the backstretch.
Now, you can save a little, it's strangely enough, you can save a little tire on the bottom side at Kansas. Where at a lot of tracks, by taking that shorter way around, the tighter circumference, you'll burn the right front a little more. Here at Kansas, it tends to save the tires as long as you're not overdriving it down there. But now back up to the high line where all the speed is at. You can only do that for so long, Dave, down there on the bottom before you'll... So he goes right back down to the bottom again. But you can only do that for so long before you start losing too much time to the faster cars on the high side. But if you run down there and can save tire for 5, 6, 7 laps, if you can still maintain speed for that amount of time and then move to the top side, you've got a clear advantage. But we're coming down to just 6 laps left here. Going to be coming to 5 laps left in the stage. Kenneth Pack out to 0.4 of a second over this battle here. 3-way battle for the second position.
Yeah, Curtis Sovereign, who stayed out, well, didn't stay out, but took only, is fallen back to the 8th position.
Yeah, he's really close to being out of that points range now, as he's going to lose this 8th position to the 1 of Osborne, and possibly lose the 9th position to the 51 here. Now, Gregory Robinson's in this mix, too. If he gets around the 54, that's going to kick Curtis out of the points here for stage 2 finish. 3 wide.
It's going to be 3 wide.
Oh, as they touch.
There they are, I reckon.
Oh, they're no caution. Oh, not yet anyway. Oh, still wrecking. Still wrecking. That was the longest wreck that was the longest wreck that never happened, folks. The longest wreck that never happened. But it's going to keep Curtis Sauber right there in the 10th position with really no one close enough to battle him yet. Bowden is trying to catch up to him as Bowden is in the playoffs. Oh, as Curtis Sauber's into the wall. Bowden now looking to the inside, trying to take away that 10th and final bonus point here with only 3 laps to go in the stage, and does move James Bowden to 10th position. Back out front, Curtis Sauber leads Michael Kerjelak and James Nelson. Eric Thornton is 4th, battling with Travis Rodriguez. Rodriguez now going to the outside, trying to take away that 4th position from Eric Thornton. Oh, 7 is into the wall, maintains the speed, completes the pass even.
Yeah, just a few laps left here in stage number 2. Kerjelak has caught the back of Kenneth Pack. See if he's got anything for him here in the last few remaining laps. It looks like Kenneth Pack running kind of the middle of the track. Kerjelak down on the bottom still.
Yeah, Kerjelak able to make that bottom still work for him a little bit.
Let's see, I think, yeah, Kerjelak still running the bottom even in 1 and 2. So Kenneth Pack working his way through 3 and 4, and this time by will be 1 to go in stage number 1 when they cross the line.
Check that, stage number 2. Yes, sir. Kerjelak trying to close it in on him within a couple of car lengths now. Oh, Kerjelak goes high because the 16 stayed low to block his air.
Oh, the 19 in the wall. That's going to ruin his chance to try to grab that first position.
As we'll stay with Kenneth Pack, our leader. Another set of corners to go, and he will be the stage 2 winner. Stage 2 win goes to the 16 of Kenneth Pack. Going to carry that valuable point with him.
Kerjelak able to hold on, I believe, for the 2nd position.
And James Nelson will be 3rd, with Travis Rodriguez 4th, Eric Thornton 5th. Zulu will finish 6th on the stage. Ryan Steinhoff 7th. Tommy Osborne gets up to 8th. Nathan Christensen rebounding to 9th. Jim Hubble 10th, James Bowden 11th, and Curtis Sauber 12th. Gregory Robinson 13th. Michael Bovair is 14th, Tyler Nelson 15th, and Tyrone Yo is out in the 16th position.
Yeah, so they're going to score Kerjelak in third, but he did cross the line there in second position before the yellow. But iRacing is going to score him in that third position.
Yep. Because of the timing of the caution flag. However, they'll give the points will be in the order that we initially explained. Michael Kerjelak still contesting that position.
I think he gave a little jump scare there to the 75.
All right, we should see everybody come down pit road. I believe this is the time you definitely take 4 tires. No 2 tires, no playing around. You got to get 4 here. I mean, we're going to lap 161 from here, so by the time we restart, it's going to be about 60 to 61, maybe 62 laps to the end of this thing.
Yeah, they'll all have to stop here one more time to get to the end, so... But yeah, you're right. 4 tires and fuel for all the drivers here.
Yeah, for everyone on the lead lap, this is the 4th pit, with the exception of James Bowden. This will be his 5th stop.
But I like, Zulu kind of proved it again with the 2 tires stop. He was able to maintain. So I think, in this final stage, if we don't get any yellows and they get a stop on a green, that's definitely a choice to be had there to take 2 tires.
I mean, is it though? Can you take a full fuel load?
Yeah, I think it's still going to be a quicker stop overall than taking 4. So
yeah,
I think that might be the way to go. But
no! Takes out the 19. Spins his tires. Ay caramba! Let's take a look at that again, just because why not? We like to humiliate when we can.
That could possibly be a double whammy there for the 19. He's gonna have damage. Gonna have to come back down.
Oh,
he also left the pit lane.
Oh yeah, they may clear that penalty for him. I don't know. That was a forced error, so I just don't know how they're gonna handle that. Typically, this league does not clear black flags for anything, but
it's very uncharacteristic of the 16 of Kenneth Pack.
Yeah, he just stepped on that throttle. These things on fresh tires like that, very slick. As Michael Kerjelak's bringing it, and Kenneth both bringing them back down.
You got to remember that mishap earlier with Kenneth Pack taking fuel only. It took him up until this point to get those positions back. So this is going to be a tough kind of cave to crawl out of here.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. Absolutely. I mean, he was able to do it, but it was on different tire strategies and more caution flags for pits and pit stops going on there. As we see everyone at the tail of the field here, including our lucky dog recipient, Michael Bovair, on pit road, getting damage repaired, as we saw the front fender just pop out on the 16.
Yeah, I believe these drivers still have a fast repair, so...
yeah, he did not. 16 didn't use his just now, but it looks like they're getting the damage corrected for the most part. It looks pretty good there. It popped out. I saw it actually pop out in the front there. But your leader now, after that mishap, is James Nelson, with Travis Rodriguez in second, Eric Thornton in third, Zulu in fourth, and Ryan Steinhoff in fifth position. Let's see if we can get Curtis Sauber in here, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do a lap around with Curtis Dale here.
Hold on 1 second. Let me switch pages. Curtis. Hey, Curtis, Dave in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, man.
Hey, not too bad.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dave.
No, just, the little bit of pitch strategy earlier kind of got you back a little bit in the pack, but so far so good. How do you feel about the run to the end here?
Pretty good. I got me a stage win, and I was going to finish about, hang on, they're talking about 6th or 7th, and Smokey did something and smooshed me in the wall, and I lost all my steering was bent and everything, so I just held on to the end of the stage. Now I got to work my way back up, boys.
Yeah, man. Well, you took my cool thing I was going to say about you getting the stage 1 win there, but congratulations on that. But
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. these things look. Is it worth it to save your tires a few laps early on in the run, or do you just got to go for it?
These guys don't give an inch, so you just got to go. So hopefully we can get a 30-lap run here and split this stage in this last 62 laps in half.
Well, 10-4, buddy. We'll let you do the talking, and we'll ride along with you for a couple laps here. Thank you.
All righty. First couple laps you can run the bottom. This first lap you got to kind of take it easy, just because of cold tires. And then people get loose coming off this corner, so you got to wash them. Slim wants the bottom, so I'm going to give it to him. Now we're up full speed. I'm going to try to run the wall here. Stay in the gas, follow Tommy. Should get a good run off this corner. Everybody's trying to side draft, get everything they can. Wow, they got fresh tires. Zulu going all the way to the bottom. I don't know if y'all can see that. And that's a lap, boys.
Man, it looks fun out there. Congratulations on your Stage 1 win, and good luck.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was a ride along with Curtis Dale Sauber and that number 54 Chevrolet. It looks wild out there, Dave.
Yeah, definitely crazy on these restarts. They get bunched up, and like you said, a lot of cars getting loose and all over the place on fresh tires, cold tires. So definitely exciting.
Eric Thornton out to the lead right now, followed by Travis Rodriguez. Thornton putting himself in position here in the late going.
Kenneth Back also back up to the 5th position after his little mishap on the exit of pit road.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by that rebound, as he's now looking to take a 4th spot away from Steinhoff. Maybe a little bit angry with himself, Dave, and driving that thing angry makes you drive it harder sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's trying to save anything right now.
We'll see if that affects his long run as he goes along, as we know how good he is on the long run typically. We'll see if he's able to still maintain after making one heck of a sprint through this field. Restarting 12th or 13th there. Actually, no, he restarted 14th, tail end of the field. Well, Beauvais would have started behind him, so 13th. Now the 75 working on the 7. Try to take over the 2nd position.
Jim Hubble's back there in the 10th position, just put down the fastest lap of the race.
Wow.
31.06.
Yeah, that's a flyer there.
Travis Rodriguez there in the 2nd position, under attack here by the 75 of James Nelson.
Yeah, back to Hubble for a second. Hubble's been known to have his team put special fuel in his car and stuff, so I get where the speed's coming from here late in the going. They broke out the special fuel. As James Nelson moves into that 2nd spot, getting around Travis Rodriguez.
Fuel and a special set of match tires for Jim Hubble.
Yep.
There's 16 to Kenneth Pack now looking underneath, trying to make that pass on the 7 of Rodriguez.
Michael Kurgelak, who was caught up in that mess, he's rebounded to the 7th position so far, so pretty good rebound for him. The 54 of Sauber, who we were riding along with, now trying to work to his outside.
Yeah, I think Kurgelak's going to stick to his plan of probably running the bottom, run the top when he has to.
Oh, is there? They touched. They touched.
Sauber around.
Oh, hard hit for the 54. We'll go back and see if we can catch that whole incident, as we kind of caught part of it live, but we'll go take a better look at it, see what we can, if we can see what happened here. With just 51 laps.
Curtis gets the wall off of turn 4. Kind of slowed him up a little bit. Oh, he just gets tagged in the left rear bumper cover from Jim Hubble. Sends him around.
Yeah, pretty hard
break
hit
there for the 54.
You're gonna have to bring that thing down pit road.
And I believe he said in the earlier incident he broke his right front, so I'm assuming he had to use a fast repair there. So I'm not sure what he has left.
Yeah, we'll see if he brings that thing down pit road here. I imagine he will get that right front looked at again.
I mean, I don't see a ton of damage on the right front.
Hard to tell with that paint scheme, though, Dave. It looks like it's kind of walking a little crooked. You may have a bent steering wheel.
Yeah, trying to get a look at it here. It actually, yeah, it's a little wrinkled, but it doesn't look horrible. Too early for pit stops right now.
No, we've got guys coming down. We've got Nathan Christensen's down. Kenneth Pack is down. Jim Hubble, Tommy Osborne, James Bowden, Curtis Sauber, all down pit road.
Yeah, they're still going to have to make another stop.
Correct. They cannot make it from here on fuel, but if you could take tires here and just do fuel only.
Take a little bit of fuel.
Yeah, right side's up for the 16.
Yeah, right side's up for the 1 as well. Left side's up for the 1.
Nathan Christensen just a splash and go. Michael Bover with the splash and go. No, he didn't. It was earlier. He did his. So, yeah, it looks like James Bowden, splash and go. Kenneth Pack took 4 tires. Tommy Osborne, 4 tires. Jim Hubble still sitting on pit road. No, he's off with 4 tires. And Sauber is still getting damage repaired to the right front. Well, we thank you for watching here on the SimWorld Racing Network. This is the Quick Finishers Racing League. We're here every Friday night, mostly, bringing to you great racing action. On Sundays, we run again, and I believe we don't run next week. We're still off, I think, for the trucks. But we'll be returning on... I should have pulled this up first. Looks like we'll be returning on the 13th in Miami. So Sunday the 13th, we'll be back in Miami here for the Truck Series. And then this coming Tuesday night, we've had a week off in the All-American Racing League Cup Series. But we will be returning to start the round of 8, I believe it is.
8, yes. We're headed to Vegas.
At Vegas. So get your gambling dollars ready for that event on Tuesday night. SWRN's own Nathan Christensen, who's coming off pit road right now, will be broadcasting in the booth for that event, so be sure to tune in for that. Subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of the racing action here on SimWorld Racing Network. But we've still got a race here to finish tonight, Dave, at Kansas, as they're stacking them back up. They've crossed over. Lights are out on the pace car. Going to go green this time by.
Yeah, this is a good call for the guys that saved a set of tires, like Kenneth Pack, for instance. He's coming in and take these tires. If he can work his way through, go a little bit longer and grab another set. Here is the laps wind down.
Yeah, as the 88 gets a good jump there, able to clear the 75, moves up to the high side immediately. Ooh, it's Kurgelak trying to make his way up through the field there. Thought he was going to take him 3 wide into turn 1 and 2, but decided not to. Yeah, I think Pack ran through the field so fast last time on fresh tires. He's going to have no problem this time doing it. So I think
I think that's a good call for Kenneth Pack.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it stays green, I think it's a pretty good call.
Yeah, if it stays green, it could be a race-winning call, but we've had a few caution flags here tonight, Dave. Oh, as they touch right there, the 19 and the 74 get together. 19 gets into the left rear quarter of the 74. All drivers able to hold on to it, stay green. Kenneth Pack now going around the 19 of Kerjelak. That moves Kenneth Pack back up to the top 5 already, Dave, on fresh tires.
Yeah, definitely making the move towards the front of this field. He's going to try to work over the back bumper of Ryan Steinhoff in that 74.
Yeah, I think Kenneth's going to be the leader in the next 5 or so laps as fast as he's moving through this field once again. I mean, his tires are just barely up to temperature, and he's already moving forward. See, now looks to the inside of the 74. Can't quite get there. Exiting 4, but your leader is Eric Thornton, now being pressured by the 75 and the 7.
Yeah, Kenneth Pack now making the move to the bottom underneath Ryan Steinhoff. See if he can get a run down the back. Cannot. Has to fall back in line.
Runs the middle line this time, Dave. I think that's going to help his run off because he ran the middle line and then dropped it low on exit. He's able to get around the 74. Now around the 7. That's going to move Kenneth Pack up into the 3rd position.
Yeah, Rodriguez has some sort of problem on the exit of 4. Slowed him down. Now he's in the wall in the middle of 1 and 2. Yeah, the man on the move is the 16 of Kenneth Pack.
Pack now closing in on the back of this, the leaders here. Running that middle line again. I think he's found something here on the middle line. Oh, had to pull hard left there to get to the inside of the 75 to take over the 2nd spot. Now he's got his eyes set on the leader, Eric Thornton. Yeah, I think these guys are just sitting ducks here with the tire advantage of only like 14 laps, but you can see what difference it makes.
Yeah, Kenneth Pack makes the turn left to get to the bottom of Eric Thornton here.
Yeah, new leader, 16. Our pole sitter is back to the front there. And he made, all of his passes. You see the 88 get up and scrub the wall a little bit. All of his passes, typically, especially the top 4, were all done exiting turn 4. Running that middle lane in and low lane off seemed to really help him.
Travis Rodriguez really struggling as he puts it in the wall off of turn number 4 once again.
Falling through the field is Rodriguez. As Christensen's gotten around, Sahlburn's gotten around. Again, Rodriguez not running for a points championship here. Out here basically just racing for clout, for race wins. As the 1 of Tommy Osborne now looks to his inside. Tommy running that Night Owl So's number 1 machine. He's trying to keep his playoff hopes alive here early on, the race 1 of the round of 12. It's a big run on Kerjelak. Kerjelak trying to kind of struggling here a little bit late in this, 20 laps into this run. 25, 26 laps into this run here. But your leader, Kenneth Pack's out to 0.8 of a second over Eric Thornton. Make that 0.9 of a second. So those fresh tires, stopping to change tires there, it's definitely worked out for the 16. So no one is within window yet. My understanding is they'll be within window in about a lap or two. They'll be within window to make it to the end of this race because they sit right around 35 laps of fuel. So we'll see if anyone decides to short pit, or if guys are going to try to run long, how they intend to do this. As we see Nathan Christensen moved up to the 4th position now, working to the inside of the 88 of Thornton.
Yeah, I would believe we're going to start to see some green flag stops here in the next 5, maybe 6, 7 laps, I would assume.
Yeah, 88 into the wall again.
Yeah, Kenneth Pack working on a 2.5 lead now.
Yeah, as James Nelson is now going to be under fire by the 33 of Christensen. Christensen's starting to close in on him now that he's gotten around Eric Thornton. Curtis Sauber able to get around Eric Thornton as well. I mentioned Thornton hit the wall there a couple times. His car not handling to his liking at the moment. Kenneth Pack out to 1.5 seconds now over James Nelson, enjoying this lead here. As we are at about 35 laps now, check 34 laps to go in this race. We're a tank of fuel away.
Yeah, I think everybody that did not pit is pretty much within their window now. So you should start to see some of these drivers kind of peel off here shortly.
Yeah, curious to see how they play it as Christensen now working his way around the 75 of Nelson. Can he slide up in front? And he does. Move Nathan Christensen to P2.
Yeah, Tommy Osborne is sitting in 4th. He's the other car with 4 fresh tires.
Sauber also stopped. I'm not sure if he took tires when he got his damage fixed, but it appears like he did. As he's currently running in the 4th spot with Tommy Osborne in 5th. And both of them pitting on lap 111. Now the 54 looking to the outside. So that's what Christensen did as well. Christensen came in on lap 112 and drove through the field to be in P2 now. That's still a 2-second lead for the 16 of Kenneth Pack. Zulu, who was running up in the front early on the first 2 stages, especially on those 2-tire stops, he's fallen now to the 13th position, battling with James Bowden for 12th. Definitely capitalized on getting stage points in both stages. So doing, I believe, what he needed to do to try to gain some points here to help his bid for a championship. But your pole sitter is still out front by 2.2 seconds. Kenneth Pac-Man Pack, Podium Pack.
James Nelson's coming to pit road here.
Yep, Nelson is in. Let's see what he decides to do. So he gets it woed down to pit road speed, which I believe is 50 or 55 miles an hour here.
Eric Thornton's in as well. Gregory Robinson, Michael Kurgelak, and Michael Bovair. We'll see if James elects to take 2 for what he does here.
Right sides are up. I think you got to take 4. Left sides are up. Yep, that's 4 tires for everyone that came down.
Kenneth Pack is on pit road as well.
Yeah, Kenneth not letting them not giving up that advantage that he had. With you used those tires to get out to a lead and wasn't going to let these guys get fresh tires and short him here.
Say right sides are up on Kenneth Pack. We'll see what he does if they come around and take 4.
As many cautions as they've had, I'd have probably tried to run it out, but that's just me, and I probably would have paid the price for it.
Kenneth Pack is off. He took 4 tires.
Yep. As is Nathan Christensen. We'll see where they cycle out here, but your leader is Curtis Sauburn, still needing to come in for a pit stop, but he's got a little ways to go. He can go another... Oh, shoot. He could go to approximately lap 145, somewhere in that area, 146. He and Tommy Osborne both can go that distance. Jim Hubble as well. Ryan Steinhoff is in.
Yeah, I think if you're Curtis Auburn, I think you kind of run this out for a little bit. Maybe hope you get a caution, trap some guys a lap down, or force them all to take a wave around.
We're showing Kurjalak 2 laps down now. 50. Oh, he got a 40-second hold. Michael Kurjalak got caught speeding on pit road there. Had a 40-second hold under the green flag. That's unfortunate for Michael. We know how good Kurjalak is at road courses. I think he'll be fine, you know, for the rest of the playoffs. Just because he's got, you never know when it comes to the restrictor plate races, but Talladega next week. But when you get to the Roval, he's going to be in good shape there, I think. James Bowden is in. Kenneth Pack is the first car 1 lap down as of right now. But he's turning lap times 1.2 seconds faster than your leader. So these guys that are out there are losing tons of time to the 16. If it stays green.
He just does not want to see a caution here.
No. He's currently out to 1.1 seconds ahead of the 75 car.
Zulu is in. Yeah, Curtis Auburn, Tommy Osborne, and Jim Hubble they really just want to see a yellow right now.
I mean, unless they're going to try something like 2 tires and fuel like we talked about earlier. You can't, I mean, if you wait to the end of your fuel run, hoping for the caution, then you're going to have to gamble on 2 tires, I think, Dave.
Because absolutely. I think if you don't get that yellow, you definitely got to come down, take a splash of fuel and 2 tires and hope for the best.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's too much to give up. You're giving up too much right now on this end of it. And 2 tires will still, as we've seen earlier, 2 tires will still make you faster than the rest of the field. But I think you're right. These 3 drivers, Tommy Osborne, Jim Hubble's in, so these 2 drivers are really just hoping for the caution flag. I mean, that would be their saving grace.
All right, Tommy Osborne's coming to pit road here. Jim Hubble is in as well. Jim Hubble looks like right sides. 4 tires for Jim Hubble. See what Tommy does here. Tommy's in his box, right side's up.
Curtis Auburn's still on track. He's bringing it down this time with 22 laps to go in the race.
There's 4 tires and fuel for Tommy Osborne as well.
I don't know. I mean, I probably would have had to stay out a couple more laps to just chance the 2-tire stop. But there again, I'm not behind the wheel of these cars, so I'm just speculating. Let's see what happens with Curtis Sauburn. He's still currently scored as our leader, but Kenneth Pack's going to be coming in a hurry as the right sides are up on the 54 machine. Packing that thing full of fuel.
Looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop as well. Kenneth Pack just went by him to regain the lead.
Kenneth Pack out
currently
1 second over James Nelson. Another 2 seconds back, or it's 3. Yeah, it's 3 seconds behind is Eric Thornton with Nathan Christensen fourth and Smokey Robinson in the fifth position. So this is working out well for the 16. Again, I'm sure he wants to see it stay green. Not sure his tire situation, or anyone else's tire situation for that matter. I know Kenneth has been on pit road 7 times now. He did come in and not take tires the first stop, and then he's had damage repaired.
Yeah, I believe pretty much everybody's out of tires at this point.
Yeah, that cycle put Curtis Sauber down a lap from staying out as long. Oh no, he got a 40-second hold in his last stop too.
Ooh.
That's why he's down a lap. He and Michael Kerjelak both penalties on their green flag stops. So that'll mire those drivers back in 13th and 14th. Now for Sauber, he has the stage win, which is 10 bonus points, so that's going to be very beneficial, as well as the stage point if he makes it through to the next round. So that'll be beneficial for him, even if he does finish outside the top 10 here today in the race. But yeah, you still don't want to see that happen to the first race of the round. As we take another quick look at the point standings here, Curtis Sauber came in 26 points above the cut line. So he'll still be above the cut line, I believe, when this all shakes out. Kenneth Pack came in 38 above the cut line. Eric Thornton 53 above the cut line. Kenneth Pack looking to have back-to-back wins here in the Quick Finishers Racing League. If he can just make it another 15 and a half laps around Kansas Speedway here in Kansas City, Kansas. This is the Sim World Racing Network. You're watching the Quick Finishers Racing League Cup Series free bumps on Zulu 241. Speaking of our man Zulu is rebounded to the 7th position there after being mired back about 13th before the pit cycle. Currently 11 seconds behind our leader, but moving up through the field nonetheless. Rodriguez having a little trouble, a little slow on track. So you have some guys that were a little closer to the cut line, Dave. This is really going to get tight. Because, if they finish where they're at right now, you've got Nathan Christensen up here in 4th place. You've got Gregory Robinson up here in 5th for their finishes on the day. And not to mention Tommy Osborne, who's up 10 spots now. He just moved into the 5th position. The points around the cut line are going to really, really tighten up and shake it up a bit. You're going to see the likes of Curtis Sauber and Michael Kerjelak right down there on the cut line, if not below it.
Yeah, and right now, Tommy Osborne, with the freshest tires, continues to be the fastest car on the racetrack. I bet Tommy's kind of hoping he'd love to see a yellow right now, as he's consistently 3 to 4 tenths quicker than everybody else.
Yeah, with 9 seconds to make up on the leader, but I mean, he's gaining. It's just like you say, that's a lot to make up with only 12 laps to go here. The next position he can gain is 3 seconds ahead, Nathan Christensen running in 4th. But then again, if Tommy gets out with the top 5, he's made one heck of a plea for the points here in the first round or first race of this round. But no one gaining more points today than Kenneth Pack if Kenneth's able to pull this off. We'll go on board with Kenneth for a second and see how masterful the job is done here. So we jump on the gyro cam, get a sense of the progressive banking here at the Kansas Speedway. As you can see, he transitioned from the high to the middle lane there through 1 and 2. Which made his car a little loose, but it probably helps because these setups are so darn tight. It looks like he's going to do that again in 4, maybe. Nah, I didn't quite get down there, but... James Nelson back 1.5 seconds now, losing a little bit of time to our leader. We can grab some times at the line this time by for our leaders. .32 flat for Pack, 32.2 for Nelson. So yeah, Pack is making some quick time now. Osborne's still running a 31.69. I mean, he is flying around this track.
Yeah, Osborne's closing in on Nathan Christensen for the 4th position. I'll tell you, if he keeps this pace up, he's got a legitimate shot to try to grab a podium away from Eric Thornton.
We'll check the times this time by 32.23.24 for the leaders. Thornton is at 32.31. Yeah, 31.85 for Osborne. And a 31.94 for Zulu, who's now up to the 6th spot. Osborne trying to find a way around Christensen.
Yeah, Osborne gets a good run through the center of 3 and 4. Is going to get to the inside of Christensen. Should be able to grab that spot rather easily as they head off down into turn number 1.
And is able to clear him. He's got it. Move Osborne to 4th. Now has his eyes set on a podium spot here. As we're coming down to the end of this race, 6 laps to go. Your leader is Kenneth Pack, followed by James Nelson, Eric Thornton, Tommy Osborne, and Nathan Christensen, your top 5. Tommy Osborne still in the 31-second range. The only car running 31 seconds right now.
Yeah, he's shaved off almost half a second in a lap and a half. So definitely making the charge here. Coming to 4 laps to go.
Now Osborne pitted 9 laps later than these leaders, so he has 9 lap fresher tires, and he's really used them to his advantage to work his way back up through this field to possibly try to battle for a podium finish and an interview, because we interview the top 3 drivers at the end of the race. So stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, I mean, he's really closed it now down to half a second behind Eric Thornton as they come around to take 3 to go here. And you know Eric Thornton isn't going to give that position up easily. He wants that podium just as much as Tommy does.
Tommy ran a 31.89 last time by to Thornton's 32.48. He is gaining. He is within earshot now of the 88, closing it into 2 car lengths. As we come to 1 to go here.
Eric Thornton down on the apron, kind of a defensive line there. Tommy Osborne's going to grab the middle of the racetrack through 1 and 2.
Oh, we're now at 2 laps to go. My fault.
He's going to pull his way to the inside of Thornton.
Yeah, move the 1. Tommy Osborne to 3rd position. Kenneth Pack still out by 1.7 seconds over James Nelson. And now in 3rd position, Tommy Osborne. 4th is Eric Thornton. Zulu moved his way up into the 5th position. This is the free bumps on Zulu 241. No one's beat on Zulu. No one's beat on Zulu's car too much today, but that is the white flag for Kenneth Pack. He's coming around on the final lap. Next flag is the race ending flag.
As Kenneth Pack works his way off of turn number 4 down through the tri-oval, your winner tonight is Kenneth Pack.
All right, Kenneth getting it done. 2nd place, James Nelson, followed by Tommy Osborne. That's your top 3. We'll get you the full rundown here just shortly. So we are on the helmet cam of our winner. We'll see if he does some badass burnouts for us here. Oh, as he gets a little bump, a little congratulatory bump. I think that was a little heavier than what he was expecting, but able to hold on to it there nonetheless. Let's see if we can get Tommy Osborne in here, Dave.
All right, let's see if I can find Tommy. Hey, Tommy, Dave and Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, hey guys, how y'all doing?
Not too bad. Hey, man, hell of a run there. The last part of that race, the fresher tires really paid off. Able to work your way up through there and grab a podium, 3rd place finish. So congrats on that. Overall, how'd your race go?
Basically about how you said. I was just trying to stay out there and save tires and just try to stay out of trouble and make the best out of every opportunity that I got. And I was just lucky on that last set of green flag stops. I stayed out longer, and that was really about the only thing that helped.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, watching you come through the field, man, was like a surgeon, doing brain surgery. You were just working your way around these slower cars. You had 9 lap difference on tires there, and you were making moves, man. We were watching you gain on drivers each and every lap. Seems like you were just clicking off time. Congratulations on a P3. Floor is yours. Anybody you want to shout out?
Man, just the guys in the league, you guys especially for broadcasting, and just hopefully just keep getting better.
Well, man, we're seeing it up here in the booth, and congratulations on a P3. This is definitely going to help you on your bid for a championship. Starting the first race off with a podium finish here, going the round of 12 here, first race of the round of 12. Congrats again.
I'll need that for next week.
There you go, man. There you go. All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
Have a good one, fellas.
We'll see you. All right, that was Tommy Osborne in the number 1 Chevrolet. Night Also Chevrolet finishing in the 3rd position. Next up, the man, the myth, the legend, James Nelson. Can we get James Nelson up here?
Hey, James, Dave and Dave in the booth. You got us?
What's going on, fellas? How you doing tonight?
Hey, not too bad. Watched a pretty fun, exciting race there. So congrats on coming home P2. Just really had not much for Kenneth Pack tonight. But nonetheless, a good run there. Kind of a good race overall, solid race to kick off the round of 12.
Yeah, I gave up stage points in the beginning to make sure I had a set of tires at the end that I still have. So that didn't go great, but stage 2 and the finish are certainly going to help me, I think.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was going to ask you, man. If there were so many different strategies with the way guys were holding on to tires or not holding on to tires, or maybe 2 tires. We saw Zulu do that twice, and it worked out well for him for stage points at least. Is there not getting stage points? Do you find it more beneficial to get the stage points or the finishes at the end of the race?
So all season in all my leagues, I've been a stage point fanatic. That's how I've been doing all of my strategies. And then here, I got bit by not having tires at the end of the race not too long ago. So I decided to go a different route, which still turned out okay. But it did sting getting no points in the first stage. Luckily, some of the other guys lower down in the points also didn't get many. So it wasn't a huge hit to the guys that are lower than me. But yeah, I'll probably go back to my more aggressive getting points ways.
Well, I mean,
think.
you came into tonight's race. You were, I believe, 5 points above the cut line. Yeah, so you were 5 points above the cut line. Like you say, you didn't get the stage points early on, but finishing in P2 has got to feel pretty good, and going to help with that points. That battle for points to get through the next two through this round. Now you've got Talladega, which is a wild card race always, coming up next week, and then you've got the Roval, which is just an animal of its own. Any thoughts about how those are going to go for you, or what you intend on doing? You said you're going back to stage point, point chasing again. Any ideas for the next 2 weeks?
Well, Talladega deserves its own strategy every time. I mean, that's just such a wild card race. I'm pretty confident with the Roval, but we all know all it takes is one blown corner, and you go from first to last. So it's going to be stressful. It's hopefully going to be exciting, and hopefully people tune in to check it out, because I think we're going to see some pretty good finishes. Yeah,
absolutely, man. Well, hopefully we're talking to you there next week. The floor is yours. Go ahead and shout out anybody you want to shout out. I know you got some sponsors on that car you need to talk about, and sponsors for the race and such.
Oh, yeah. AutoServe always puts forth a great fast Mustang for me, and they did it again this week. I like to thank my brother for watching, and JD's watching as well, my son. So, hey, guys. And thank you guys, as ever, for a great broadcast, and look forward to talking to you next week.
Hey, did anybody give Zulu any of those bumps that he was talking about?
I gave him one.
Did you give him one? Okay.
I gave him at least one.
I know you gave Kenneth one right there at the end. A congratulatory, I'm going to spin you out kind of hit there. We were riding on board with him when you slammed him there after the green flag. It was kind of interesting. But no, congratulations, man. We'll send you back to celebrate.
That was just a very aggressive congratulations.
That's right. That's right.
All right, buddy.
All right, we'll see you. All right, that was James Nelson in the number 75 AutoServe Ford. Have we made him wait long enough, Dave?
Yeah, I think we did. We'll bring in old Kenneth Podium Pack.
P1 pack now. Huh.
Kenneth Podium Pack. Copy?
Yes.
Hey, man, it's 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
I know we had to cancel last week, so.
Yeah, you were the winner. You were the winner. You were the winner at Bristol off of turn 4 on the final lap.
Yeah. That sure was, wasn't it?
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna have room for another winner sticker on the car.
Where you gonna put all these trophies, man? I don't know.
I don't know. We seem to be stacking them up at the right time.
Heck yeah, buddy. Heck yeah. Dave, go ahead, man. I'll let you finish.
I mean, it's a great job there. Strategy kind of played out for you. We solved the mistake early, but
the first stage strategy kind of backfired. I mean. I think James and I had that strategy of not taking tires in the first stage. So, coming off pit road, that was all me trying to beat James off pit road. Gassed it up a little bit too much. It got away from me.
Yeah, we replayed it over and over and over again just to be sure that everybody got to see what happened there.
Yeah, it was. I don't think I've ever done that before.
I have.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but
I apologize to Kurtz for that. I mean, that was totally my fault.
Now, did he get his penalty cleared for that?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yes, he did. The last bit of strategy. They started pitting, and I'm like, well, I can't give up that time, even though I'm going to be taking my last set of tires, and it's going to need to run to the end. So I did that and just sweated it out to the end, hoping there was no caution.
Yeah, we were a little concerned. If there was a caution, we figured you'd probably be in trouble. But with that, because you did. I mean, you had a strategy where honestly we thought you'd probably run long, and then pit. But yeah, it wasn't too long after you took the lead that those guys started pouring down pit road.
Yeah, they started. After I got the lead and they found out I had took tires. Yeah, they started pitting a little bit early. I knew I was in my fuel window and I could have went longer, but I was like, I'm just those couple of laps. I'm gonna give up too much time.
Yep.
So I just took a chance and it worked out.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, you made the right calls today, and you definitely outsmarted them in this one today, man. Congratulations on the victory. The floor is yours.
Ooh. Oh, thank Prisma Health, American Heart Association for being on the car. Appreciate y'all broadcasting. AutoServe for being a sponsor for that. Just a great win. Great win.
Yeah, man, it absolutely was. Well, congratulations once again. We'll send you back to celebrate and have a cold adult beverage for us.
Y'all know I can't have that stuff, but I'm gonna have a beverage.
You can have a beverage.
Sure.
How about that?
I thank you guys.
All right, buddy. We'll see you. That was Kenneth Pack in the number 16 Chevrolet getting the win again. Back-to-back wins in the Quick Finishers Racing League for Kenneth. On a roll here through the playoffs, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming on strong here with the win at Bristol in dramatic fashion. Tonight, had to come back through the field after some mishaps a couple times through the field. Able to take the win there. So big congratulations to Kenneth Pack on going back-to-back here, locking himself into the round of 8.
Yeah, I mean, I'll spin myself off pit road every race if I can have the same outcome. For sure. But, great race by all the drivers here in the Quick Finishers Racing League. Your winner was Kenneth Pack, followed by James Nelson. Tommy Osborne was third. Fourth was Eric Thornton. Zulu finished fifth in the free bumps on Zulu, 241 here tonight. Nathan Christensen getting a top sixth position here with Smokey Robinson in seventh. Jim Hubble, eighth. Ninth was Ryan Steinhoff. Travis Rodriguez finishes in the 10th position.
Yeah, 11th is going to go to James Bowden, 12th to Curtis Sovereign, 13th to Michael Kerjelek, 14th to Michael Bovair, 15th to Tyler Nelson, and rounding out your field in 16th is going to be Tyrone Yo Jr.
Yeah, so a couple of the playoff drivers having a little bit of issue tonight. You had Tyler Nelson finishing in 15th, Michael Bovair finishing in 14th, Michael Kerjelek 13th, and Curtis Sovereign 12th. Really going to tighten up that points. We don't have a points update yet, but we'll have one for you next week, folks. But that's really going to tighten it up here going into the second race of the round of 12 here at a track where you never know what's going to happen. I mean, we could have one of these guys that ends up below the cut line winning that race and shaking the whole thing up. So
yeah, absolutely.
Be sure to tune in for that. No race this Sunday for the All-American Racing League, but we will have a race on Tuesday night at Vegas, so bring your chips. We're throwing all our chips in for the race there. As Dave runs for a championship, I was eliminated last before the off week there, but that's okay too. I'm going for some wins now. So be sure to tune in on Tuesday night for that, for the All-American Racing League. We see a lot of these same drivers and several more there as well. So we'll see you guys on Tuesday. This is the Sim World Racing Network. I'm Dave.
And I'm Dave.
And we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye now.